Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Kanka the Great, otherwise known as Malcolm Bright, sponsored by Jacksonville Game Center. I'm here with my friend Skyler, and he is the winner of my 50th subscriber special for my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a Hirudegarn, I call it Sneaky Hirudegarn deck profile. It's going to be mono blue, and here's the mat. It's the entry mat for Nats. Not many people have them, and I wanted to give my 50th subscriber a mat.
Thanks.
Alright, congratulations.
Thanks.
Alright, so I'll try not to bore you guys too much with the deck profile. I'll try to explain some cards and try to get through it, but just to get off some basics, I run the Hirudegarn leader. Now what he does is on his front side, you pitch a card, battle card, has to be a battle card, and when you swing, pitch a battle card, you draw 2, and then when he's flipped over, if you have 4 or more energy, you get to put a card back to the top of the deck, and that's kind of the theme of the entire deck, is just constantly recurring and putting cards back. As far as the 1-drops, I'll run Pan. It helps you self-awaken. It's just a generic 15k, early game pressure. They always take the life if they're at 10 to 15, and it just helps you awaken. 1 Kami Global Unifier. I only run him just for like the swap storm matchup and anything that's really aggro and like Shinron veggies and stuff like that. Oftentimes I'll play him, I'll draw a card, and then I'll just combo off with him next turn. So he's really good for that. The negate we run is Dimension Magic. We run so many 10Ks in the deck that we have to like be super defensive. So we run this with Sensu Bean, and it helps you untap and manage your energy resources for your 10Ks. Now one of the 10Ks in the deck is probably one of the best ones, but it doesn't let you draw. But you put a card back to the top of their deck, and your leader gains 10k, so that's really good. It fits the theme that we're trying to go with. And then Sensu Bean, kind of self-explanatory, helps you untap. I put Sensu Beans on my sneak attacks and stuff like that. Super combo, Hoi, best super combo in the game. You need it. You're running Hirudegarn. We run Objection. Since it is mono blue, it's very easy to charge in this deck. The easiest ways to get your first turn plays for Objection is like go pan swing, take a life, and then leave 2 open for your second turn. So you charge, and then you save the Objection until after you swing with your leader swing, because you want to get as much cards in hand as possible so you can charge, and it'll be okay for your hand size. Now the heart and soul of the deck is Sneak Attack Vegeta. Basically what he does is he's a mini Hirudegarn. So number 1, the most important thing about him is he has barrier. So all the people that are running like removal, they can't get rid of him, they have to swing at him. And since we have negates, we have Sensu Beans, we have a lot of 10Ks, we can protect him really easily. And he's basically Hirudegarn. He puts if he swings at a leader, he puts a card back on top, and that's kind of the theme of the deck. Once you have him and your awakened leader, he puts a card back, and then he puts a card back, and then if you can successfully flame cannon, you're putting 2 to 3 cards back per turn. So that's really good. And then you're drawing from Hirudegarn leader, you're putting cards back. It's really good for your advantage. And then some other self-explanatory cards is Gohan. I was experimenting with the Gohans. I always like to keep them in the deck, but I felt like I was running too many 10Ks at first. But then I put in the Dimension Magic because I wasn't running negates, and it just, when you're tapped out, you can Dimension Magic and untap too. It's really good. Our win con for the deck, one of the win cons is at all cost Vegeta. So basically you double strike them from 5 to 3, and then you swing with your leader, and normally they don't like to take the life because they don't want to go to 2, and you just keep them at 3 and they hard protect it, and then next turn you just at all costs when they're at 3. Some self-explanatory cards, 2 Isekai, and then 1 Champa. I'd like this to be another Isekai, I just don't have a foil one right now. And I like the Isekai because I know a lot of people got hosed at Nationals for the ruling about declaring Double Strike. But if you can remember to declare Double Strike, this is really good if you just want a generic 10K. because Champa, he always puts double strike on a card, and this one you can choose cards. So that's really good. It's kind of power crept Champa. But if you want to be safe, just run the Champa. You don't have to be fancy. Some more self-explanatory cards are just the super combos. I run the Unbreakable and 3 of the Infernal Villainy Cell. I was only running 2 East Kais, so I bumped it up to a 3rd. I just put in the Champa because that's all I really had. So this should be an East Kai, but like I said, it really doesn't matter. And then removal in the deck is my Dimensional Banisher Fu. He's double strike, remove 5. It's really good for your early game plays when you have a lot of cards engraved from your leader swing on the front side. So you can pitch cards to fill up your graveyard. And then not only that, but your drop zone, you have this card right here, which is Hoy, and he does the same thing as what Hirudegarn does on the front side. So you can pitch cards and just fill up your overwhelm in your drop zone and be fine. And then probably one of the best cards in the deck, besides At All Costs to finish the game, is Scientist Fu. Oftentimes I'll go, I'll double strike them with one of these cards. I'll double strike them with an East Kai or something like that from 5 to 3, and then I'll try to finish the game with At All Costs. If At All Costs doesn't work, then he still gets to stay on board, but oftentimes I'll only have like 2 life left and I can't activate his triple strike ability, so I'll use him as a generic beater and just beat down until they have 2, and then Scientist Fu or East Kai for game. Now, with this deck, you want to really manage your energy, and you want to manage your energy. You want to make sure you don't tap out, and when you do tap out, you want to make sure that you have Dimension Magic. Leave at least 1 blue energy open, because that's all you really need to go off, because you can Dimension Magic the double strike or the triple strike or the critical, and then untap an energy. You'll have 2, and then you can Sensu Beam for like a combo that's really weak, and then you'll have 3, and then you can just use your super combos, your pseudo super combos, and then just combo out of it. But my name has been Kanka the Great, otherwise known as Malcolm Bright, sponsored by Jacksonville Game Center. And I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my friends, Skylar and Ryan for taking me home everywhere, and just all around general good people. I want to shout out everyone in Jacksonville, because without those guys I wouldn't be as good of a player as I am today. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope I can release the next video at 100 subscribers.